Hey guys, we got a bit of a different introduction for this one because I'm going to do a parody song. And later on in this reaction, Larry the Canadian Stud Muffin, please subscribe to his channel, is going to do a song too. Thing is, mine closely follows WKRP in Cincinnati, so it might get demonetized. So that's why I have to do this little thing first. So if it does get demonetized, I'm going to have to take the audio off. And then you'll just have like a minute of footage here with no audio with it. So that's why it'll be that way if it does attract demonetization for being too close. And, okay, stop talking, let's do it. Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of Ken. He's selling Chinese e-bikes in Cincinnati, reacted to by KDRC. Ken refused to do any real work after the formulas died and CraveCon made nobody smile. Stardom for Ken was never meant to be, so please come here and laugh at him for a while. We're in WKDRC in Cincinnati.
I saw something about bourbon. I saw something about bourbon. I saw something about bourbon in this pavilion there. I saw something about bourbon nights or something. Taste testing. Yeah, Americans know how to do it, eh?
Drink, 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 donate. E-beggar. Drink, booze, hound. Drink, 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 donate. E-beggar. Drink, booze, hound. Drink, 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 donate. E-beggar. Drink, happy birthday, booze, hound. Hack, e-beggar.
I'm gonna ride this YouTube gravy train until the wheels fall off.
Donate. E-beggar. Donate. E-beggar. Donate. E-beggar.
Gravy train.
I'm not Muslim. I'm just a
food channel that's running out of ideas.
In the meantime, let's watch some TikTok. On my TikTok.
white Canadian.
On my TikTok. I'm white. On my TikTok.
White Canadian.
On my TikTok. I'm white.
I'm not Muslim. I'm just a white Canadian.
White guy.
Hitler flap.
Thank you very much. White guy. Because I'm white.
So the Japanese are horrible people. If I had a gun and you were right in front of me, I'd put the gun to your face.
I'm gonna ride this YouTube gravy train until the wheels fall off. I think I've stalled.
If I had a gun and you were right in front of me, I'd put the gun to your face.
Bitch. I did the uncut raw videos.
Whether we win or lose, we drink booze. A British peanut.
I have zero knowledge. I'm very uneducated. Is this your full-time job? Yes.
This is a business.
Topper's Pizza.
This is a business.
Topper's Pizza. Mm-hmm. That sucked like shit. That sucked huge fucking shit.
Do you enjoy doing food reviews as much, or are you bored? I'm bored!
I only promote things that I like. The Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, Jackery, my Jackery, the 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 Jackery's working its butt off. Blue Eddie, this thing is absolutely amazing. Call me a sellout. Screw off. Tangy. Mmm. Tangy. Mmm. Tangy.
Tangy, 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 tangy.
Tangy. I'm insane. Double. Hi, can I get a medium Pepsi, please?
Sorry?
Medium Pepsi.
There's a sign here saying turtles.
Oh,
Yep, yeah.
oh, this is my car.
We're gonna do it. Here we go. Ready?
Oh no. It's totally messy, but
Yeah.
the idea is you keep it in the wrapper.
I know. I want people to see it.
Well, he wanted to eat this in the car. So I think we could have, no? Would have rocked my car.
I'm not Muslim. I'm just a white Canadian Hitler flap.
See what I mean?
Hitler flap.
Thank you very much. Because I'm white.
The Chinese are horrible, so the Japanese are horrible people.
Fuck. Shit. Beautiful, 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 beautiful looking lunch.
You are good at describing food.
You really got to stop that. You really need to stop that. How else to fix this? You really got to stop that. You really need to stop that.
This is the dumpster that your mom and I found you in. Your real name was going to be called Waste Management. Yeah, I made more fucking money than you ever did. Good day, Domik Nation.
Would you like to know? Guys, here's the pizza. So this is where the World Trade Centers used to stand. So I actually went and purchased these sleeves and put all the magazines in the sleeves. Well, a double duplicate of the magazine, the bill, so that in the future, you know, somebody, this might be a collector's item, and they'll say, well, what did you pay for it? And so I got the bill for it.
Toronto.
Innisfil.
Toronto.
Innisfil. 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 Innisfil.
Toronto. 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 Toronto.
Innisfil.
Toronto.
Welcome to the Wednesday channel members only live stream, coming to you live from Innisfil, Ontario.
Now, if you're a child, don't fucking watch this.
We all know that is a Ken Domik music service version of John Bon Jovi's Blaze of Glory, and even for an imitation tune, it's not all that bad. It's just that we've grown to hate it, because it means that it's another episode of Ken Domik and his hack work. There's just no soul in what he does. He just, here he goes, pretending to be a camper and a stealth camper because it's just a formula for him to follow. He's pretty much dried up the big money doing the fast food in your car thing, so now he's plowing forward with this, and that's what we're gonna get. So whenever we hear that, we know what we're gonna get from this clown. That is our Ken, just like clockwork, editing on the beat. And there is Moose. And it's also being shot with that warped lens from his action camera, and he's just gonna keep pretending to be a camper and a stealth camper, and that is just a prop that they can use when they go places. Now with Carol pretending to be a stealth camper with him too. That's it, that's the ticket, that's the prop that now Carol will be in as they go from place to place. And then they get a hotel, and then they go from place to place and get a hotel, and then, you know, they bring us this footage. Like, it's only been recently I've been going to Steve Wallace regularly, and he gets like 1 million views with everything he does. And he's a really nice guy, too. And now I understand, you know, why he's so popular. He's for real, and he's got a really nice personality, too. Anyway, let's get back to more Ken garbage. Do you remember the giant, boring introduction that Ken gave for these sheets of plastic mosquito netting? And he said, oh, it's not an ad, not an ad. And it went on for so long, and now it's in the footage. It's like, you know, he has to show the product is what it feels like. Anyway, Ken Domik content. this bit here is just about to happen, and I wanted to speak to it before I run the footage. Because, yeah, it's something to do with the car, right? So I could run it like 10 times and try to make it funny. It just, I realize sometimes that proves a point by using a little moment that goes by too quickly, and then sometimes it's not really worth it. So I'm just going to run this once. Ken is using the remote to open the door from the inside of the vehicle. What kind of a wuss does that? If you're in there and the thing's in park, just open the door. Like, this is like his idea of content. It's so cool. I'm going to use the remote to unlock the door. I mean, if there was a fire, I mean, of course all the doors are going to open if the thing's in park at least. I mean, like, just reach over and open the doors. Like, I'm so cool. I'm using the remote to do this. Okay. Here it comes. It goes by fast. All of this footage here of Ken playing with the cords is to give you the feel that he's a real camper and real stealth camper. And it's just, we know Ken, right? And this is a business. Yeah, that's when he said that clip. He was washing the dishes at the shack in the Elf Village, and somebody was asking him, this was like, how long ago, I don't even remember. Somebody wanted Cook and Review brought back, and he said, hey, look, this is a business.
This is a business.
And if it doesn't make money, I'm not doing it. It's just not that it wasn't making money. It wasn't making enough money for him. And so, like, he's after the business. He wants the clicks. And all he has to do is pretend to be a camper and stealth camper. And so that's what this footage is all about. And then he's going to give us footage of him having a shower. Let's fast forward. Whether or not Ken really had a shower in there, I don't know, because there was no running water going all over his camera. Yet, his arm seemed to be wet when he was at least pretending to be finished. I don't know. I don't even care. It's just, the thing is here, he had that toothbrush in his mouth, and he puts it all over this public sink. Well, semi-public. You gotta pay to get into this, this sort of campground that seems more like a senior retirement park or something like that. Thing is, he does gross stuff, and then he puts his toothbrush on the area, and then he doesn't wipe it down, and then he leaves. COVID is still happening, and it could rise again at any moment. And then when he walks away and closes the door, that's fake footage. It's a performance. He's got to go back and get his camera. So he knows he's performing. It's all fake. Like, if this was like a real documentary and somebody was following him around everywhere, then it would be real. He has to go back to get his camera, or else he doesn't have any footage to show you. So it's this fake performance. Holy shit, is Ken getting big. Watch him struggle to hold on to his balance as he takes a step towards that green box to get to the ground. And then he sort of like waddles towards the camera with his arms swinging around because his midsection is getting so big. And then when he goes to sit down and start a long, boring talk, he's out of breath.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Ohio. So we had to sleep at Camp Cracker Barrel yesterday, and it was -7. So luckily the power we had in the Jackery lasted all night.
Our Ken is trying to create false drama by saying that, oh, we were forced to sleep in the Cracker Barrel parking lot and it was -7, and luckily the Jackery held out, to make you think that something's really happening, as if they would be freezing to death overnight if the Jackery didn't keep them warm. And it was you guys that told me there are hotels very close by, and there's no way that Carol's going to be taking wet, sloppy dumps in a plastic clamshell in that used Sprinter. So, when Ken is live on stream too much, he talks too much, and he's famously told us that he doesn't want to do these things anymore, and he said that this is a business, so he wants the clicks and the money. So he has to pretend and say, oh, we almost froze, luckily the Jackery saved the day. Get out of here, Ken, it's all fake.
And but last night, I don't think definitely wasn't as cold, but being plugged in, recharging the van's batteries, and keeping the heaters on. We also had the radiator heater going all night, so the air wasn't cold. Pretty cool.
If there is one thing that makes watching a fat turtle pull Chinese garbage out of a used German Sprinter van entertaining, it is adding Ken Domik music service.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. I'm gonna try and ride for a little bit.
What do you got there, Ken? Did you super glue one of the original 1989 Nintendo Game Boys with the black and white display to the Chinese e-bike? That was a long one. It made me laugh before I finished it. I'm not doing it over. Go.
Without using the pedal assist at all. It's that's not too bad to pedal. Like if you run out of electricity on this bike, sure, it's a heavy bike, but
Carol is staying far away from the Ken conversation because, after all, it's only business, and he's just talking about a really shitty Chinese-made e-bike for some money, and he doesn't believe in it, and his own audience doesn't have like $2,000 to $3,000 to throw away one of these things. None of it makes any sense. It's just there's so many manufacturers of these pieces of garbage, and they believe that Ken is a big influencer because he has almost 600,000 subscribers. Meanwhile, his views are in the toilet, and he's way past his heyday. Okay, enough of that. I tell you what's going to happen next. Okay, they're going to pedal these e-bikes around, and then they're going to take them up a hill. Ken's going to go up the hill with the e-bike doing the work, and he starts to talk, and he's gasping for breath. We're going to do a foghorn, and Carol is going to make a noise like a cat.
I can't believe I made it up that. That's great. I can't believe I made it up that. That's great. Good job.
It sure was. Now go hit Bob Evans, you chicken sandwich eater, and put it on camera so you can write it all off at the same time.
Carol's first time, right?
Thanks for dressing up for it, Carol.
Area called Rio Grande? Okay, this says Ohio. I
think that's where the farm is.
Okay. So where are we now?
We are in Westchester.
Westchester, okay.
Are you guys traveling?
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Toronto.
No, you are from the shack in the Elf Village, and you refer to it as Innisfil,
Innisfil.
yet that's a little bit off, and I never, ever mention on this channel the exact place where you are, which is why I always say shack in the Elf Village. And I don't have to mention the exact place, because shack in the Elf Village is more than good enough. And originally you're from Scarborough, which back when you were born, it was not even considered to be part of Toronto. So to look cool, when people say, where are you from, instead of saying shack in the Elf Village, you say Toronto. We know Ken could not take the pace and would not want to do the work to keep up with the property taxes. And with his food channel, he could make the channel like 50 times better instead of just going to Bradford all the time for the latest slop from McDonald's and Wendy's. So he chooses not to do that, and yet when people ask him,
Innisfil.
it's like, where are you from? Toronto. So thanks for giving us more evidence that you lie all the time.
Toronto.
Where are you guys from?
Toronto. What do you need to know? Double.
You're splurging.
Splurging today. Need some calories before I start eating calories. Uh-oh.
Even though we already had our fun with that, because Ken was into double for years and years, and then he pretends to be into black coffee, and he goes right back to what he had before. We know he's lying, just like he's lying with the intermittent fasting. So he's still going to give us more to work with. And this is a great example of the terrible low level of his content. He finds some grinds, and he starts talking about the grinds. And then they change to a different scene, and he's still talking about the grinds. And then he says, oh, I got some on my finger, and I wiped it off over here. That is what he is offering for content that he expects you to pay extra for. And then after that, he goes back to something he hasn't done on his channel for a while because we made fun of it, which is he goes trying to look like he's some sort of professional. It's all here.
The coffee's got some grinds in it,
Oh no.
so it's got some extra substance.
Let it settle, or will it settle?
I don't think it'll settle. I won't be the first time. Won't be the last. I just touched my finger to the top and it stuck to my finger. Wiped it off there. We're good to go. Oh. 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 Oh, that's good coffee. Whoa, dude. Let's see, let's just lift this up a little bit. I love this fact that they've toasted this bread.
The reason why they did that, pretend food expert, is the sandwich has inside it what qualifies as a dinner. And because you have it as a sandwich, if they don't toast the bread is going to turn into a wet mess in about a minute and a half. And you're like, oh, I love they did this here. Yes, there was a reason for it, and the thing is, you don't learn.
Yes, that looks good.
Oh, man. Gotta check out these fries. Very hot.
Temperature? You mean?
Temperature hot, yeah.
Thanks, Ken. The fries at Bob Evans, when you order them fresh, are served to you hot. That was a great thing for you to share. It's like the fries, very hot. Yeah, they just made them for you. They weren't just sitting in a batch at a drive-thru. You ordered them and they made them. Thanks for reporting that they're very hot. They're hot, fresh French fries. And there's Carol. It's like, oh, what do you mean? Like temperature hot? And then Ken says, yeah, temperature hot. And he looks away. You know, not only is he not playing to the camera for his own audience, he just doesn't give an F. You know, Ken doesn't give a fuck so often now that I think it's a little bit more fun to say no Fs are given every now and then. So Ken doesn't give an F for performing to his own audience that he expects to give him extra money for, and he's not even making conversation with his own wife. And he's just looking off to the side and it's like, yeah, Carol, you idiot. I meant that they're temperature hot. This is a hot, spicy chicken sandwich, not hot, spicy French fries. And even though he's got Carol's money and they're going to write this meal off, he's still looking off away, someplace else. And he's never going to be a big celebrity. Let's do this.
I just don't want to do them anymore. 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 I just don't want to do them anymore.
Got the skins on.
Oh yeah, skins are on. Oh yeah, look at that.
Go back and play that one yourself a few times because we just came off the bowling music, so I don't want to repeat because that sort of sets a mood for a little bit. So he says the skins are on, and she goes, "Oh, the skins are on? Wow! Hey, look at that!" Which shows that Carol doesn't watch his channel. And why would she? It's boring, and its heyday is past, and around the shack at the Elf Village, she knows that it's just something he's doing for a hobby, which allows him to write the food off when they're together. And no adult is going to pay attention to somebody saying, oh, the skins are on, like Carol is, because she's been told in Ken's own half-assed hack way to get into the act, so like say something, and she's like, oh wow, skins are on? Look at that. You can tell she doesn't know anything about his own channel. Yet his audience is so pathetic that the little bit of effort she puts in might do something for a small percentage of them, even though overall his numbers keep sliding down. So, that's how pathetic it is, skins are on. Oh, really? The skins are on? Oh, look at that. We got some skins on here.
They haven't been heavily salted or anything. We thought like a party could barely taste the salt. Maybe because Bob Evans, they don't salt their fries, so the people salt their own fries. This viewer is out. Of course, we're going to put our pickles all over our Nashville hot style chicken sandwich.
Here is another example of how bad this content is getting from Ken and Carol, and what a terrible team they are. She is just about to say, oh, look at all that sauce over there, which is something that some paid helper who never knew anything about Ken's channel before would say if they were tasked with say something. And this is coming from Carol, who's been there since before Ken even started his channel.
Oh, look at all that sauce over there.
So they only toasted the one side, the outside. I'm gonna try to do a quick flip.
Does Ken not look angry while doing this? I mean, like, at least back in the day, he would fake being all enthusiastic about it. And he's probably still enjoying his chicken sandwich, right? Because that's what the channel is for, chicken sandwich footage. It's just that having to make a video about it is a distraction. And Carol is about to be super fake. She's going to say, oh my gosh, look at all that sauce and juice coming out. The commentary is actually worse. Ken found one person that does worse food commentary than he does. And that's his wife, Carol, to be there to do it.
Oh my goodness, this is running out the bottom.
Oh my gosh, look at all that sauce and juice coming out.
Oh boy, got a French fry on the shirt. See if I can pull this off. Okay. My
So
goodness.
what do we got? Oh,
So
yeah.
3 chicken tenders, I guess, and then sauce, and that's why when they put it on the top, it leaked through between the tenders.
It's definitely a 2 or 3 napkin.
And do not eat this in your car. There we go. We'll see if I have a better heat tolerance than our waitress.
Holy cow, Ken. Just retire. Get off the platform. And do not even bother trying to shepherd along Carol to try to turn her into a performer. She's worse than you are because she doesn't care about the channel. And she has you for a teacher. It's the hack leading the hackette. And the next thing that he says is super crunchy, if you can hear it. No, Ken, do you know anything about video production at all? We cannot hear it because you have it mic'd up. And we can hear all the other junk around you, yet we can't hear you eating a chicken sandwich. And then the next thing he does is says, super messy, and shows his messy hand. Like, just get out of here.
Super crunchy, we can hear it. Super messy.
That is all the energy that Ken has left after all these years. And the thing is, it doesn't take a lot of energy to do something like this. It's just that he's given up a long time ago. Carol's got her money. They're just going to drive around and be relaxed and spend their money. And this is all he has left. a very fake like as if like, you know, like there's no energy there, and then he wants to, like, you know, excite you with let's zoom in, and now let's show Ken back in the day.
Just for you, and just for you, just for you, and just for you.
Do I even need to say anything? The pictures say it all. Ken looks like he's 72, and he has no energy. And what is he doing right there? He's stuffing himself with a ton of calories after a busy day of screwing around on cheap, garbage Chinese-made e-bikes. Like, what a thing to waste your channel with. Trying to sell vastly overpriced Chinese garbage e-bikes, and then you go to this grandpa place and ask dumb questions of a waitress less than half your age, and you can summon up a Ken, get out of here.
Super messy. Starting to heat up. Put our ketchup on there. I had that lying down for a second. There you go, people. That's how you do it.
How amazing. Ken Domik just put ketchup on French fries. And the way he said it is really cool, too. There you go, people. That's how you do it. Which is the sort of thing that you say after you wrestle an alligator to the ground with your bare hands. There you go, people. That's how you do it. Not for putting ketchup on French fries. Maybe it is his audience that doesn't know about ketchup on French fries and doesn't know about, I don't know, mustard on frankfurters, and they wait for Ken to tell them about it. I don't know. It's just, there you go, people. That's how you do it. You put ketchup on French fries. One more time. You put ketchup on French fries. That's how you do it.
Sea salt. Does it come out? Is it a grinder? Oh. Carol's gonna have to grind it for me. Okay, cool. Thank you. My nose is running.
No, Ken, it was not cool to have Carol grind the sea salt for you because you got your hands full shooting footage of garbage, and nobody cares that your nose is running while you absentmindedly speak out loud while ignoring the camera as you have your lunch. Just the worst material you've ever done. Just get lost.
It's not hot. I'm gonna dredge my fries through it too. Oh boy. Ask for 2 napkins, because my first napkin is completely...
What, Ken? Is it saturated with all the fixins? Thanks for telling us, Ken. And we're all gonna go there and take your stupid advice and ask for 2 napkins. People can have all the napkins they want. And we're all gonna get on a plane and head right to Ohio and find that Bob Evans, and we're gonna order exactly what you ordered, and then we're gonna say, yeah, can I have 2 napkins? Ken Domik says you got to, because the first one will get saturated with the fixins. All delivered with no energy while he absentmindedly just, ignores the camera while doing so.
Saturated with all the fixings.
Ken is about to say, last huge bite of this very hot chicken sandwich. While doing it with no energy, he can barely hold his head up. There's a radio playing in the background, people chattering, he's not mic'd up. Why bother, Ken? I mean, this is just so they can write off their meal. And then he says, it was good. And says, I'm on my third napkin.
Last huge bite of this very hot chicken sandwich. It was good. I'm on my third napkin now.
Thanks so much, Ken, for telling us that you're on your third napkin. Now that is quality entertainment. And whatever meetings you had with Jelly Smack, it must have helped a lot. Because this is really next level material. I mean, there's such a quality of a juvenile to him. It's like, remember when he used to say, like, all done? Then he has changed that to the Clean Plate Award, which is also very juvenile. And for him to approach his audience and say, with, no energy, I'm on my third napkin, and this is what he wants extra money for? When he doesn't even need it? As time passes for his channel, Ken cares less and less because he wanted the big prize to be a big shot. And because some of us, including myself, used to like his channel at least a little bit, will wonder from time to time what CraveCon could have been if he would have kept it going with a smaller venue in Toronto, a lot of, virtual guests, and a big fan meetup. He just dropped it and said, fuck this. And he doesn't need to make these videos, yet he resents his own audience, and he still comes to them with this garbage, with no energy, because they at least attend enough that he makes a few grand a month out of it, and there's just no love given and no fucks given, and it's just the worst of the worst, and it just is great reaction material.
Carl asked the main question, would you get that again?
That is funny. Because Ken Domik did not go to Ohio for a food tour. He went there to do his shitty e-bikes in an American setting, which is what the client wanted. He went to mediocre places, and there he is at Bob Evans, and he's pretending like this is important with his small channel that he has no passion for himself. And the big question is, would you get that again? And now he's acting, pretending to consider, let's see, would Ken Domik go back to Bob Evans? No one cares. Like, I'm finishing work on this on May 4th, 2023 at about 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I went and I got the latest stats from Ken's channel for this video he made. And as of right now, let's see, he's got 573,000 subscribers. He published this on April 6, 2023. It is now May 4th, 2023. That's 28 days later. And he gave it the title of Hottest Chicken Sandwich at Bob Evans. And he's got 32,195 clicks, which is pathetic. That's small channel status. And it's huge fail status with 573,000 subscribers. I've got over 4,000 subscribers here, and my videos get around 2, 3, 4, 5. So you guys here for this community are far better than what Ken is doing there. And back in the day, Ken used to go to get the latest thing at McDonald's in Bradford, and put no effort into it, and he would get like a few 100,000 views in like 10 days. And now he actually leaves the country with Carol. They make a big production out of it, and nobody cares. And nobody cares if Ken's gonna like this or not, even though he's gonna say he does.
I wouldn't. No. It was good enough to buy again, for sure. And do I get the clean plate award? Kind of.
Kind of.
It's definitely clean of food, but not sauce. Carol gets the clean plate over there.
Still have biscuits to go though.
Good biscuits.
Yes.
How's breakfast?
It was really good.
Yeah.
There is just over a minute left for us to react to, and Carol has just provided for us. It's good. And after that, there is some boring blather between the two of them. They compare Bob Evans to Cracker Barrel and Waffle House, and that is like hardly a food tour of Ohio. Ken does this because he could go to finer places. It's just that they're not going to appreciate him shooting footage while he's there, which is why he's always aiming the camera at the floor and aiming it at the table when the waitresses are there, because he knows he's not welcome to do it, yet he just barely gets by because he's a customer. And there is a sustained low-level roar in the background from the HVAC. The radio is playing. There's people chattering. There's other noises. And Ken doesn't have Carol mic'd, so she just mumbles off in the distance. You can barely hear her. And I just wanted you guys to appreciate how bad this is, with Ken referring to himself as a professional production company. And they sort of just trail off, and then Ken finishes it by getting to the bill, and then this thing will end very soon thereafter on a clumsy note.
Everything was delicious. I would definitely have it again.
Yeah. So now, how'd you like Bob Evans? Yeah? Stop here? I don't know. Waffle House or Bob Evans? You had to find some more things on the menu you like here, and then that way you just kind of flip-flop between them. Because you can't just eat at Waffle House all the time.
No, I would compare this to Cracker Barrel
Oh, okay.
because just the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's true. Totally true.
Where Waffle House is a diner kind of thing.
Right.
Open, very loud.
Yeah.
Everything's cooked right here in front of you. This is just loud. This is calmer, quieter,
Yep.
comfier.
We did a good number on this. And
After putting in no effort to produce this weak production, Ken gets to the money shot. The reason why he did it, to write it off.
that whole meal came to $26.27 before tip. Forks up. The size of these coffee mugs. Huge.
They are huge, and instead of using them for like 2 seconds to create random blather for weak content, what Ken should do is buy 10 of them and give them away on live stream to thank his stupid community for supporting him for so long. No, he doesn't do that. It's the same reason why he doesn't go to a nice place, because he'd have to cut them in for a bit of the action, and to Ken it's all business, and he's not going to do that. And now it's going to end really abruptly. He takes like about a second to say, okay guys, talk to you later. Carol says, see ya. And then he starts Moose and then has to start it again. And then he says, oh, bye Bob Evans.
Oh, it's nice and warm now. Very nice. All right, guys, talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye, Bob Evans. See ya.
Do not go anywhere. We have Larry the Canadian Stud Muffin's work coming up next. I saved the best to last. And the abrupt quality of how he ended that, like he shoots, the dashboard of Moose all the time. He thinks that's gold material. And just as he did it and he was going to end, then it's like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't say anything. So he pretended to start it the second time just so he could say, bye, Bob Evans. And he left it in. That's how clumsy and stupid that is. Anyway, it's done with. And now we've got, from Larry, the Canadian stud muffin, his work is here.
Good day, Domik Nation.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to move? And Domik. The sausage is nice and spicy. Getting a lot of green pepper flavors. I just love it when you get that hit of anchovy. Black olives. That is a perfect pizza right there. It's a pretty big pizza. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to eat it all. Alright guys, here's the pizza. Like, 26 pieces. Shimmy. Oh yeah. Dripping goodness. Yeah. All over the plate. That's one loaded pizza. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Inside the pizza. Oh yeah. You hungry? Like anchovies? What you want, buddy? Oh yeah. There's no lemon here, so I'll get somebody who's picking through a garbage can.
I'll get somebody who's picking through a garbage can. I'll get somebody who's picking through a garbage can. I'll get somebody who's picking through a garbage can. I'll get somebody who's picking through a garbage can.
I just made a social mistake. So I'm like standing here and a guy comes walking up and he looks, you know, he's got like a sweater on, khaki kind of jeans, and he goes and looks in this garbage and he's kind of looked in and he goes over and he picks up a cigarette butt and I'm like, oh man. And so Carol, oh my god, I think that guy's homeless. And he's like looking at the garbage cans, picking up cigarette butts.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes to the front. I'm thinking he's gonna go in to like the cafe area because it doesn't look like they're asking anybody for ID when they go in to get the free food. But he goes to the front door and he like picks the garbage can lid off, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's looking for food. And then he does something, and then he puts the lid back on and he adjusts it all nice and puts it back, and the kid goes, I think he's the maintenance guy. So this is where the World Trade Centers used to stand. This was the North Tower, and the South Tower is behind this building, just around the corner. These are called the infinity pools. And I just remember coming home and hugging my wife. And hugging my kids. Just thinking back to all the people that didn't get to do that day because of the attacks. And some of them I thought they were going to be possibly collector's items. So I actually went and purchased these sleeves and put all the magazines in the sleeves, bought a double duplicate of the magazine, the bill, so that in the future, you know, this might be a collector's item, and they'll say, well, what did you pay for it? And so I got the bill for it. So I kept a few of them in special plastic sleeves. I just want to do a quick explanation for the individual who sent us money to buy a chair for Carol's birthday present. Apparently, none of the stores carry the disassembled chairs, which would have fit probably in here perfectly. So I'm going to have to order a chair next time I make a trip to Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
British peanut.
Double. That sucked like shit. That sucked huge fucking shit.
White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people. White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people. White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people.
Tangy.